welcome back to We're Having Fun. Hello, I'm Mark.
Hi, I'm Krista.
We're back. It's Oscars season.
Mm-hmm.
Oscars was
Last night.
Yeah, we're recording late.
Yep, because we
we're on
ended up...
spring break.
Yeah, because we ended up watching the Oscars last night.
Yeah, we did.
This is the first time I've watched them since probably like 2004.
Yeah, I have no idea when the last time I watched it was.
And because the only reason I watched it then was because I was rooting for Return of the King.
Oh, yeah.
And it won, and I was like, yeah! So.
Yeah.
Well, I take it back. I probably did watch it when The Artist was up for it, because I did really like The Artist.
Yeah, that was good. We mainly just wanted to see if anybody was going to get slapped this year. That was our big thing.
Oh my gosh. Apparently they made a bunch of jokes about it that we missed because we weren't actually watching it.
Yeah.
We just kind of had it on muted, and when it was a category we wanted to watch, it was like, okay, we can see this now.
Yeah.
We had to see the dance for the song from RRR.
Mm-hmm.
So
what's it called?
Natu Natu.
Okay. I thought maybe you couldn't pull it.
No, I remember
That's gonna call you out because I can remember.
How dare you?
Oh man! All right.
Which one, by the way?
That did.
So, yay!
Yeah, a lot of good things won last night.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you like those things, if you like Everything Everywhere All at Once,
you have to admit they were good. Everything Everywhere All at Once did win a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. 7, I think, in all.
Yep. Supporting actor for our boy.
Mm-hmm.
And
supporting actress.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Mm-hmm. Actress.
Best actress. That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Happy for her.
Director.
Mm-hmm. Editing. Picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did it get screenplay also?
No, I don't think so. I can't remember who that was. How many is that? 1, 2.
I think it was only 6.
I don't know. Like a visual effects or something, maybe?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Now I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yep.
Dang it.
Also, Brendan Fraser won Best Actor.
Brendan Fraser won.
So happy.
Yeah. Very excited.
So happy for that guy. And he was so gracious to everybody. He was just thanking everybody he could. And just everybody's awesome. It was so nice.
Very nice.
Just seems like such a nice guy.
Yeah.
I hope he is.
I hope so too.
Don't end up being a bad guy, Brendan. We're all pulling for you. So it was actually an entertaining Oscars.
Yeah.
And it was fun seeing Natu being performed.
Oh yeah, that was real fun.
It was good. Yep, it was screenplay. You're right.
I thought so. Original screenplay.
Yes.
Because adapted screenplay.
That's it. I was thinking of adapted screenplay.
Was probably
All Quiet on the Western Front, maybe.
Actually, I don't think it was.
Or
I think it was the Women Talking one.
Yeah,
I think that was the one that won. Because it was up for it, and we were like, oh. Yeah, it's going to be All Quiet on the Way.
Yeah, they got a lot of love for some reason.
Yeah.
I feel like they kind of like, well, we have to. It won before. We have to act like it was good. Netflix had to get their movie in.
I mean, I don't know. It may be really good. I haven't watched it. Who knows?
Yeah, it's probably fine.
And usually if there's a war movie, then they're like, yes, war movie.
Yeah, gotta have the war movie in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, so that happened. That happened. But any other news we need to talk about before we get everything all at once?
They premiered the full trailer for The Little Mermaid, which I have not watched yet. So.
You didn't watch the trailer?
No.
Oh, so we don't have anything to say about it.
No, it's, there were people who were like, oh, this actually looks interesting. And then some people were like, why is Sebastian a crab? And it's like, because Sebastian is a crab. They're like, he's supposed to be a lobster, right? And it's like, no, I don't know what movie you were watching. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's also a new trailer for Super Mario Brothers.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch that either.
Didn't watch it.
We're why are we talking about this?
We're up on everything right
yes,
now.
We are. We can only do so much.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe it's going to be good. Despite Chris Pratt. Who knows? Everything else seems fun about it.
Yeah.
Just Chris Pratt.
It's like we hate Chris Pratt or something.
I don't hate Chris Pratt.
No, it's like we don't.
At all. I like Chris Pratt.
It's just annoying that he just
such a weird cast.
He just keeps getting all of these roles that it's like, really? Chris Pratt is Mario?
Yeah, just, I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, though. All right, well, let's get into The Mandalorian starring Chris Pratt.
Oh, gosh, no.
As Grogu.
No. Please do not. Please do not.
That's my Chris Pratt doing Grogu voices.
All right, so we're on season 3, chapter 18,
yes.
which is the second episode of the season, of course.
Mm-hmm.
It's called The Mines of Mandalore. So can we guess what's happening this time?
Where will they be?
Yeah, we weren't expecting them to actually go straight to the Mines of Mandalore, like, in the beginning of the season.
Like, here we go, guys.
It's like, okay, we're doing this. All right.
From the trailer that we saw during the Oscars, and I don't think I saw this trailer before, it looks like they're gonna be like, he's gonna be leading the Mandalorians back to Mandalore, maybe? Yeah. Looked like there was a training montage for those nerds. Like,
oh my gosh.
Oh, it's gonna be such a nerdy training montage. Oh, I can't wait.
But also it showed like a fight with like TIE fighters and stuff, I think.
Yeah. Could be interesting. We'll see. We'll hope. As long as Grogu's there, I'm okay.
Yeah.
If Grogu had been through like all of Boba Fett, I might have liked it a little more. If he'd have just been around, walking through the scene every once in a while, I'd have kind of been down for it.
I don't think I would.
Like floating in the back to tank beside him.
No. Come on. You can't just have him in the background with no reasoning for it.
I want people to be asking, what's Grogu doing?
Oh, goodness.
Anyway, yeah, we're going back to Mandalore. Anyway, go.
But first, we're stopping by Tatooine.
Yes.
Because we got to see what Amy Sedaris is doing.
Yeah,
she's still missing. In with her. She's still missing that tooth from the finale.
She is.
She lost in the finale of Book of Boba Fett.
They should really rebuild her. I mean, they're rebuilding everybody else. Just go ahead and rebuild that tooth in there.
Just give her a metal tooth.
Get her a robot tooth.
Robot tooth, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be great.
I never can remember her name.
Amy Sedaris, yeah.
It's like Amy Sedaris. That's who it is.
Yeah,
she's not.
I don't know her name.
She doesn't have a character name. She's just Amy Sedaris.
That's it.
So she's like speaking to a Rodian at first, which is like what Greedo is, a Rodian.
Okay.
And she's been working on his ship or whatever, and she's like, it's not ready yet, come back later. And so as soon as he's gone, she gets the Jawas to come back and be like, okay, let's
bring in the part they
bring
need.
the parts back. But while she's working on all of this stuff, here comes Mando with Grogu. Of course, Grogu jumps out right into her arms.
Real odd looking jumping. I still don't like his jumping.
I mean, he's using the Force to like jump farther and higher and everything. But it does look really weird because he is a puppet.
Even Leia using the Force to float back to the ship.
Let's not talk about it.
That didn't look good, so... Let's
not talk about it. We don't speak of that scene because it just makes me angry. Oh, gosh. It looks so bad. I can't. I don't want to...
Maybe we should just not have Force move stuff. Just, like, don't use it like that.
Don't use it to move your own body.
Yeah.
Because it's weird.
Let's put that role
It's weird.
Yeah.
Use it to move other objects? Sure. But
I'm
yourself? Don't. Not a fan.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we finally find out what he needs a droid for. Because, he was trying to get IG-11 fixed up. He needs it for spelunking. I thought he just needed it for, like...
I thought he was supposed to take care of Grogu, yeah.
But I guess not. Unless he needs a nurse droid for Grogu also, and they're going to come back to the IG-11 thing later.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he's like, I need this part for an IG-11. She's like, yeah, we don't have that part. And she asked the Jawas, and they're like, no, we don't have that part either. So
the Jawas don't have it. You're in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's likely that nobody has it.
Yeah.
So he's like, but I need a droid for spelunking. Mm-hmm. She's like, well, you can just take this astromech droid. Yeah. And the astromech droid's like, no, don't take me. It's R5D4.
Yeah.
He does not want to go.
He's cute.
Yeah. So, finally she convinces him to take the droid and convinces the droid to go, even though it's still like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
But it goes with him. So they head off. We find out as they're flying to Mandalore, they're looking at some of the other places around. So they pass by the one that they were at last week that I can't remember the name of, where Bo-Katan, where her little palace is. Yeah. They also pass by. He's like, and that's the moon Concordia. That's where I'm from.
That's where I grew up.
Yep.
You gotta know how to to read maps to be a Mandalorian.
I guess so, yeah. So, but he's telling all this to Grogu and everything.
Yeah.
And
teaching his young Padawan.
Mm-hmm. And so they fly into Mandalore through the clouds and everything. But all of the blasts and stuff, everything that happened there during the war or whatever, it messed up the magnetic field. So there's no communication outside of the planet.
Right.
You can't communicate to anybody outside of the planet.
Yeah.
So they get down there.
Otherwise, it looks fine.
Yeah. I mean, it's messed up.
Yeah.
But,
looks like there might be some hurricanes around, but
it's like the atmosphere, like the upper atmosphere is really cloudy and everything. But once you get through all that, it looks kind of normal.
It's great.
I mean, the buildings are falling apart and stuff. I wouldn't think it's perfect, but
it's awesome.
All right.
I love broken buildings.
So he's like, all right, R5, go out there, take some samples. We've got to figure out if we can actually breathe out here and everything.
Yeah, he doesn't want to.
Yeah. R5's like, do I have to? I don't want to. But he goes on over. He goes around a corner.
Yeah, he's got to go between some rocks to see everything's good.
So they're watching. Grogu is afraid for him.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, R5.
My friend.
Yeah, my friend that I just made. And so he's watching him, and as soon as he goes around the rocks, he's like, no, I can't see him anymore. And it's like, it's okay, we can track him.
Off the thing.
Yeah, we can track him on the radar and everything, but then he disappears off the radar.
Yeah.
And they can't contact him.
What happened?
So Mando's like, all right, I guess I'll go check on him.
I had an issue with this.
Mm-hmm.
If he could just tighten up his suit and go outside, couldn't he just go take some tests himself? Did he need a droid?
Well, maybe the droid has the capabilities to actually,
I guess, but
figure out what's in the sample.
Yeah, but you can't do it yourself. Really, there's nothing.
And maybe he doesn't have the technology. I don't know.
Guess. I don't know.
But he does have to secure himself,
Yeah, he's got to go airtight on there.
Yeah, so he starts kind of almost breathing like Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Low-key Darth Vader.
Loki and Darth Vader together.
What a show. So he goes out there because Grogu's scared watching from the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of words. I can't word today. But then he goes around the little corner there. There's a cave. He goes in there, and there are these monster things that just attack from nowhere.
Yeah. They look like pretty much just kind of humanish. What's it called? When you have something.
Humanoid?
Yeah, sure. Humanoidish things with just a lot of eyes and stuff.
Yeah, they kind of make me think of from The Time Machine.
Okay, the Morlocks. Yeah.
Something about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he gets attacked by those guys. He pulls out the Darksaber. He fights them. Mm-hmm. Fights back.
Still struggling with it.
Mm-hmm. But he manages to kill them and everything.
Yeah.
And get rid of them. And there's the droid. So he pulls the droid up because it had fallen over or whatever.
Yeah, he had just been tipped over slightly. That was it. Really, that makes him lose all communication with everything? Okay.
So he pulls him up and they go back out to where Grogu is. And they find out that the air is breathable, so it's fine.
Yeah. It's not cursed.
Exactly. So they can get out. Grogu comes out in his little pod thing. And they walk back into the cave. And inside of the cave is the Civic Center.
Yes.
Which I still can't get over.
So dumb.
It's so silly. There's the Civic Center. So, of course, as we know, the mines of Mandalore are under the Civic Center.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think there was a basketball game going on, though, in the Civic Center, so they had to be quiet.
I don't know. So they get down there. They float down there and go under and everything. And they're kind of exploring. They both have their little headlights. Their little flashlights.
Yeah.
And
there's little beasties in the pipes.
Mm-hmm.
Yoda. Grogu's a little scared.
Yeah, Grogu's scared, of course.
Yoda is too. He's watching.
He's watching over him.
In ghost form.
Mm-hmm. So they get down there. They're wandering around. Mando finds a Mandalorian helmet.
Mm-hmm.
And he's looking at it, and it's a trap.
It's a trap. Yep.
And so there's this weird, spider robot thing that catches him.
Yeah.
And takes him to its lair and puts him in a cage. And he can't get get out of it. Grogu tries to help him, but he can't get him out. And Mando's like, go find Bo-Katan. She'll help you or whatever. So he heads out. He gets attacked by one of those little lizard. There's some little lizard creatures.
Yeah.
He gets attacked by it or almost attacked by it. He gets away though.
Yeah.
And then one of the other things attacks him too. One of the Morlock lizard
jumps
creatures.
Out of there. He just yeets it.
Yeah, he just yeets it with his force powers. And then he jumps into the ship.
Yeah.
And gets out of there and heads to Bo-Katan.
Yeah.
Which we know he knows where it is because conveniently Mando showed him as they were flying in.
and R5 can autopilot.
Yeah, can autopilot, yeah.
So he doesn't have to worry about reaching the pedals.
Exactly.
So we're good.
Yeah. So, yep, he gets out of there. Oh, and also there was like the big robot spider thing. Yeah. There's like a smaller robot inside of it.
Yeah, he like leaves the big shell and then kind of looks like one of those droids from the Phantom Menace, kind of, with the long faces.
I don't know. You
don't remember the brown droids?
The just the little Roger. Those
Roger
guys?
Rogers.
I didn't think it looked like it.
I mean, a little bit.
Okay. I can't remember what those droids are called.
They're Roger Rogers.
They're the Roger Rogers.
Roger. I don't know.
Anyway, so Grogu shows up where Bo-Katan is. She's like, "Oh my gosh, this Mandalorian is back. This guy is back. Let's get rid of him.
Let's go save him, I guess."
Well, she's like, "Let's get rid of him." Yeah. And goes out there, and it's not him. It's Grogu. And she's Grogu. Like, "Oh, it's you."
What happened, little baby?
Yeah, exactly. And so she goes off.
They take her ship.
Yes.
Yeah.
And go to rescue Mando. So they find him in the lair or whatever.
Yeah.
That spider thing is like draining his life force or whatever.
Yeah. Got a little tube sucking things out of him.
Yep.
Rough go.
But she sees the dark saber and grabs it and starts fighting with it.
And she can
real good.
wield that thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's terrible with it. She's very good.
Yeah.
I don't remember the rules of the Darksaber. Why does he suck with it so much? It's really heavy for some reason.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
I mean, it may be because he's not a force wielder.
Yeah, that
could have something to do with it.
Is she a force wielder? Is that what we're saying?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't know of the Darksaber thing. All I know is it's like you have to fight for it to belong to you or whatever. You have to defeat. You have to defeat whoever owns it.
Yeah, she didn't defeat him.
She didn't,
but she can wield it.
But anyway, she saves him. She kills the little spider thing.
Yeah, a couple of times. It keeps coming back. It gets in smaller and smaller form.
Yeah, and then
it gets in big form.
We're like, stab the eye.
Yeah, seriously. They still didn't stab the eye. I'm still not convinced it's not still alive.
Yeah, I don't know, but she rescues him, and they go back up to the top of the cave, and she gives him some pog soup. And I was like, is that like pog juice?
Is that like pogs?
You know that's where pogs came from. It's from pog juice.
Nope.
There's this juice called pog. It's passion fruit, orange, guava. All together. And they would, when it was in the grocery stores and everything, that's what pogs came from. Okay. It was like the tops. The lids of pog juice.
Makes sense.
That's what the original pogs were. And then, of course,
they had flaming 8-balls on them and stuff.
Well, that's what pogs originally were.
Flaming guava.
That's what pogs originally were the tops of the bottles. And then they saw that people were making a game out of it. Right. And then they made actual pog game things. Which I never played, but you did.
I did. It was more fun to collect than to play.
I can see that. Anyway, so she agrees to take him to the living waters in the mines of Mandalore because she's been there because she was a princess of Mandalore.
Yep.
And so she's been down there.
That place.
So she's been down there for ceremonies and stuff.
Yeah.
You find out that the Empire set out to punish them. Don't really know why though.
Yeah.
For some reason, they just did.
Too cool.
I guess so. And then her dad died defending the planet.
Yeah.
You hear a little bit about the mythosaur. Not too much, though. Just enough to go, what's the mythosaur?
Yeah.
Because the living waters, the mines, were part of a mythosaur lair.
Yeah. Didn't they have to defeat it
they
or
had
something?
The original Mandalore defeated the mythosaur.
Yeah.
And that's why they're, the Mandalore crest or whatever is the skull of the mythosaur.
Okay.
So they find the living waters, get there. He is like, all right, going in.
Yep.
So he like takes his
my oath.
stuff off.
Yeah.
He still goes in with his full armor, but he
Yeah.
takes off his like
The
jetpack and
stuff.
and his weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
He goes in there, he goes underwater, or he goes into the water.
Yeah.
And he's just walking down, he's reciting the creed or whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes under.
Yep, falls down. Basic, big rookie move, going into a body of water. You always take a stick, you poke around in front of you if you don't know how deep it is.
Yeah.
So you don't fall in like that.
Because I was like, did he get pulled under?
No,
But I don't think he did. I think he just fell in.
I was like, oh no, you're not a nerd Mando, are you? Come on.
And then his armor, I guess, is just so heavyweight or something that it pulls him all the way down to the bottom.
Oh, it just fills up with water. Oh boy.
I guess that's
he
what
weighs
happened.
like 1,000 pounds at that point.
So anyway, she goes in after him.
Yeah.
And finds him, pulls him back up. And as she's pulling him back up through the waters, they pass a mythosaur.
Oh boy.
There's a mythosaur there.
Oh boy.
So, but she saves him and everything, and that's pretty much how it ends.
Yep, everything's fine.
So there's a mythosaur.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming whoever is going to be the new leader of Mandalore is going to have to kill the mythosaur.
And we'll see who that is.
Yep. Will it be Bo-Katan? Or will it be Din Djarin? Or will it be somebody else? Will it be the armorer? Is she just going to show up and
yeah.
defeat it?
She just comes in at the last second.
Even though she couldn't even defeat that little crocodile.
Yeah, those
thing,
nerds aren't beating anything.
Snapping turtle thing.
If any of them win, I'm out. I'm done with this.
It's like, you just leave Mandalore, never come back again, please, because I can't.
No, thank you. I am done.
So.
What if Grogu beats it? He's got to lead the Mandalorians.
Oh, that'd be cute.
That would be cute.
I mean, he's already got some Beskar armor.
He does. He's basically a Mandalorian.
I mean, he's a Mandalorian foundling.
He is.
So technically,
yeah. He really should have taken him into the waters there, thrown him in.
Thrown him in. Whee! Splash.
Give him little floaties.
Oh my god.
Oh, girl, give it little floaties.
Oh no. That's too cute. I can't. Oh boy. So, yeah, don't know what's going to happen next.
Don't know. The next episode's going to start with him crawling out and the mythosaur's going to come out. Like, hey, sorry, I was at the last episode. I meant to say hi as y'all passed. You were in a hurry.
I don't know.
We'll see. Anyway.
Yeah, I have no idea where it's going. Because he just he just bathed in the waters of the living waters. So
yeah,
his mission is complete. What's he going to do now?
Is anybody besides the pirates mad at him right now? Or going to come after him for any reason? Are there any enemies besides the mythosaur?
Well, I mean, what happened to what's his face? Giancarlo Esposito.
He got captured.
Yeah, so I guess maybe
he's
he
done.
Gets loose or something.
Maybe.
Comes after him.
I wouldn't think so. I think it's all about going back to Mandalore, and maybe they'll have to fight off some pirates and the mythosaur.
I don't know.
Maybe
they'll Moff Gideon. That's his freaking name. I remembered it. Maybe Bo-Katan has something that she has to do or something, and she'll enlist him to help. I don't know.
Maybe. Or maybe they'll duel for leadership of Mandalore.
Who knows? I literally don't know where it's going.
Maybe Boba Fett will come back.
Maybe.
With his big, whatever they're called.
Yeah. He'll be back. He'll bring Finnick. He'll have bionic Cobb Vanth with
Oh
him.
my gosh, Cobb. Yes. He's got to show up at some point.
Where is he?
We got to deliver on that.
He's still in that bag to take.
God, I still hate that. I really wish he had survived, but not been turned into a robot.
I mean, we don't know exactly.
I know.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I feel it in my heart.
Okay.
That's what's going to happen.
But anyway.
All right.
That's it for Mando this week.
That's it.
We need to move
on. How many episodes is this season?
Most seasons are 8 episodes.
Okay.
So cool. I'm assuming it'll be 8 again.
Sounds about right. All right. Well, let's get into this week's movie then.
Yes, our feature presentation.
Feature. Please turn off your phones. Unless you're listening to this on a phone, don't turn it off.
Because that would be counterproductive.
And we're talking about Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yes. Because we've already covered Raiders, of course.
Yes.
We're trying to cover all of them up until the new movie comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, Short Round is up for an Oscar.
Yep.
So why don't we
Makes sense.
do it? And then, of course, we ended up watching the Oscars.
Uh-huh.
And he won an Oscar.
Yep.
So
and Harrison Ford was there. You got to go up and see him.
And they hugged.
Yeah.
And I was like, I almost cried. It was so cute.
It was pretty cute. Oh my
gosh. Like when Harrison Ford came out on the stage.
Yeah.
Ke Huy Quan stood up and was clapping for him.
Yeah, he was like the only one in there standing. Yeah.
I was like, I can't.
So sweet.
I cannot with this guy. He's just
such
too
a
sweet.
Sweet guy.
I love him.
Yeah.
But this, of course, was his very first movie.
Yep.
So we're going to cover it.
He's great.
He's so good in it. He's so cute. He's so adorable. Oh my gosh. He's like the highlight of this movie. Because there are so many things in this movie that I'm like, I hate this.
Yeah, there's so much I don't like about this movie.
I don't like this. This is a movie that gave me many nightmares.
Yes, apparently. But you remember a lot of this movie.
I remember a lot of it.
It feels like you watched a lot and gave yourself nightmares.
Well, I think this is the Indiana Jones movie that I watched the most.
Okay.
I don't know why, but this is the one that I watched the most.
I don't know.
Because by the time that, let's see, when the first one came out, I can't remember exactly when that was, but I don't even know if was I even born? When did Raiders come out?
When did it come out?
Raiders came out in 81.
81, okay.
This came out in 84, I think.
Okay.
Is that right?
Sure. I wasn't born when this came out then. Weird.
Yeah, Temple of Doom was 84.
Wow.
Last Crusade was 89. Last Crusade is probably the one that I was going to say, it's probably the one I've watched the least, but it's not. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is the one I've watched the least.
Yeah. At this moment, Last Crusade is my favorite one.
Okay.
But that might change when we rewatch it because I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah.
And I was younger when I saw it. And Raiders is really good.
Yeah, I think Raiders is my favorite.
Yeah.
But this is the one I've watched the most.
It might change to my favorite.
And
but this one
is, there's so many. Okay, this movie is one of the reasons for the PG-13 rating being created.
Oh, okay.
This and Gremlins.
Okay.
Makes sense. It was like, oh, this is not PG.
A little too scary.
Is an R. So we need something in between.
Yeah.
So they came up with PG-13.
Yeah.
So makes sense.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stuff that it's like, oh God, I should not have been watching this as a child.
I don't want to watch this now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. But
this movie would be a lot better if the quotes love interest wasn't in it.
Yes.
To me.
Yes. If this was just Indy and Short Round.
Yeah. She literally almost ruins this movie for me and might ruin this movie for me.
Yeah, because they wanted someone who was like the opposite of Marion Ravenwood.
Yeah. Went too far.
They went way too far.
Yeah. They went super annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, I don't like her at all.
So, yeah, Kate Capshaw is who plays Willie, and she is the worst.
Like as a person or in the movie?
In the movie.
Okay, I didn't know.
I don't know.
I don't know anything about her.
I mean,
besides Steven Spielberg apparently saw her and was like, I love this performance. I'll marry you.
She also was a brunette and she dyed her hair blonde for the role, but
cool.
I guess because they wanted her to also not look like Marion.
I guess.
So they're like, we're giving him a blonde love interest this time, and then next time we're gonna give him another blonde love interest. Oh
man, I hate her so much.
Yeah, she's the worst. she just screams all the time. And
yes,
it's just
and
really
she's
annoying.
like so like shallow and into material things and just dumb. And, like, come on, this is so bad.
I just don't like her.
Yes,
but you're not.
Terrible
I don't know if you're supposed to like her,
but not this much.
But also, why does Indy like her?
Why does he like her?
What is Indiana Jones?
Yeah,
Henry, sir, no. What are you doing?
And we'll go in more in depth in that, but non-spoilers. Yes. Would you recommend this movie? That people watch this movie if they're going through? Oof. I kind of do just for Short Round and Indiana.
Yes. But there's a lot of other stuff that it's like, oh boy.
Yeah. Ugh.
I would say yes.
Yeah. To a degree.
Yeah.
Don't make it your first Indiana Jones movie.
No.
Even though it's supposed to, is it canonically the first one?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Because this one takes place in the 30s and then Raiders is the 40s.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Last Crusade is also 40s.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Maybe.
Anyway.
So we start off, we're in Shanghai. It's 1935. Yes. Willie is the first thing we see, pretty much.
That's Kate Capshaw.
Yes. She is singing Anything Goes.
Yeah.
In Mandarin, I guess.
Maybe.
But, yeah, except for there is some English in it, because anything goes is in English. There's one part where she goes, it looks like she goes back behind the stage, and there's this big production back there.
Yeah, big dance number back there.
What?
No one can see this.
There's, people tap dancing. Who's watching this?
Who's this for?
Because then she comes back out.
Yeah.
Through, a dragon mouth or whatever, and then she's back in the club. Yeah. It's what was happening back there?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Very odd.
Mm-hmm. But I guess they needed something during the opening credits.
Intro, yeah.
So we're in this nightclub in Shanghai. It is called
Club Obi-Wan.
Club Obi-Wan.
That was fun.
And Indiana shows up. He is going there to meet Lao Che.
Okay.
And he is this gangster kind of mob boss kind of person.
Yep.
And they meet up. They're making a deal. He's going to get a diamond, this big diamond.
Yeah.
In exchange for
Nurhachi.
He found Nurhachi.
Yeah.
And that was the first emperor of the Manchu dynasty.
Oh, okay.
And so it's his ashes or whatever.
Gotcha.
And
what are they going to do with those?
I don't know.
Put them on. They belong in a museum.
Maybe.
Which that line also did not happen in this movie.
What?
Where does it happen? If it's in Crystal Skull, I'm going to lose it.
It has to be in the third one, right?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Because we thought that was in the first one.
Would he be saying that about the Holy Grail? I don't know.
Well, maybe there's something else that he gets, how Raider starts off, he finds something at the beginning of it, which is it doesn't have anything to do with the rest of the plot.
Could be.
So maybe it's something like that.
Or maybe we just made this up in our heads.
I know I did not make this up.
We'll see. We got 2 more movies to watch.
I guess so.
What if he doesn't say it in any of the movies, but he says it in the new movie, and we're like, yes!
Finally! I knew it was...
We did!
We predicted it!
We see the future!
But while they're having this exchange and everything, Willie comes up. Her name is Willie Scott.
Yeah.
And...
Because it's getting pretty heated.
Yeah, Indy basically uses her as a hostage.
Yeah.
At one point.
She kind of steps in to save him a little bit because his henchmen are super gonna kill him. Because they try to give him money at first, and he's like, no.
Yeah, he's like, no, I want that diamond. And she's like, diamond?
Oh, gosh. And, hate it so much.
Yep. So he gets the diamond and gives them the urn thing. Yep. And he's sitting there and he drinks this...
So dumb.
Martini or whatever.
What are you doing, Indy? Don't drink.
Don't
trust these people.
And then, of course, he's like, now give me the Lao Che or whatever. He's like, now give me the diamond. He's like, why would I give you the diamond?
You're funny.
Exactly. He pulls out this vial and he's like, for the antidote.
Yeah.
He's like, from the drink you just drank or whatever.
And it seems like it's fast acting because he's tugging on his collar.
Yeah.
Hard to breathe. But the next few minutes, he's doing fine.
He's still doing fine.
He's rolling around, jumping, shooting.
Fighting people.
Yeah.
Whipping people, probably. I can't even remember. But he's fine. I don't know how fast acting this is, but not too fast. But he has a friend there named Wuhan, and he's got a gun. He's pretending to be a waiter or whatever.
Yeah.
But then there are all these champagne bottles that start popping, and then you hear a pop, but it wasn't a champagne bottle. Wuhan got shot.
No, Wuhan.
So he dies in Indy's arms.
He's like, I'm going on the big adventure. First, I'll see you there.
Yep. So he's like, you killed Wuhan.
Yeah.
So he's real pissed off about it.
The character I didn't care about, but still was sad to see die. Seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah, he was
You think he was Short Round's dad?
No.
What if he's Short Round's dad?
He was not Short Round's dad.
What if Short Round's dad just died?
That is not Short Round's dad.
What's Short Round's dad's name?
He doesn't have a dad.
He doesn't have a dad.
He's a miracle baby.
Immaculate conception, Short Round. That's why he's so cute.
Yes.
Okay, I'll accept it. Anybody else, I would not have accepted this, but I'll accept it now.
So anyway, they've all got their guns and stuff. Indy turns around. There's like this waiter who has this tray full of like flaming kebabs.
Yeah.
And he just like throws one at one of the bad guys and right into his chest. And I was like, yeah, get kebabs.
Yeah.
So there's a big fight that happens in there.
Everybody else is running out and getting in the way.
The antidote falls on the floor. The diamond falls on the floor. So Willie's going after the diamond. Indy's going after the antidote.
Yeah.
Everything's just being kicked around all the time. It's very annoying. I'm like, just freaking grab it.
Oh my gosh. You're Indiana Jones. Like, you should be able to whip it and grab it.
Yep.
Like, you should be that good. I guess he's just starting, so maybe he's not as good yet, but still, he's Indiana Jones. Grab a file, Indy.
But I mean, people know him.
Yeah, so he should be pretty good. Yeah.
Anyway, there's a bunch of ice that falls right next to the diamond, so she loses the diamond.
Yeah,
and I'm like, good. But she does grab the antidote and she sticks it in her dress.
Yeah.
And I guess he sees her do this because he's like, that's my antidote. So he goes after her.
Big gong.
Yeah,
they're shooting at. And
this guy comes out with like a machine gun. A Tommy gun, yeah. And he's just like shooting like crazy. I'm like, you are going to just hit all kinds of bystanders. But whatever.
He doesn't care.
No.
So he took his finger. So
what?
Indy had previously taken his finger because he had tried to steal the remains from him.
Okay.
It's Lao Che's son.
Oh, okay.
And so he grabbed a Tommy gun for somebody else who was trying to kill him.
Okay.
And he's obviously losing.
Yeah, obviously. So he gets behind this big gong and cuts it down and just rolls it in front of him so that he doesn't get hit. And he grabs Willie on the way because she's just kind of standing there.
Yeah.
And they go out a window. They go down all of these like awnings.
Yep.
And then they fall directly into a car that is being driven by Short Round.
Very lucky. It's got bricks on his feet.
Yep. He's so cute.
He's very cute.
So they get out of there. They get through the streets of Shanghai.
Yeah. Gonna take out a rickshaw.
Mm-hmm. They're being followed by people, of course.
Yeah.
Andy just sticks his hand straight down her dress to get that antidote.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm not that kind of girl. Which we see later that, no, she's that kind of girl. Oh, man. But, so he gets the antidote. He's fine now. They get to the airport or whatever. Dan Aykroyd is there.
Dan Aykroyd's there.
With a British accent. He helps them get onto a plane. Unfortunately, the plane is owned by Lao Che.
Yeah, so they're just laughing.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we got them.
And we never see them again.
No.
That's it for them.
Yep. Well, I mean, I imagine they think that
they're dead.
They're dead. Yeah. Because while they're on the plane, they're sleeping on the plane.
Yep.
The pilot and the co-pilot look at each other and go, haha, now's our chance.
Yep.
They dump the fuel. And they jump out of the plane and take the only parachutes.
Yep. And they aim it toward a mountain, basically.
Yep. So I'm assuming this is like the Himalayas, but I don't really know.
I guess so, yeah.
Because that's like on the border of China and India.
So. Okay, makes sense.
So Willie wakes up and realizes there's no pilot or co-pilot.
Because the chickens are losing their minds.
Yeah. So she wakes up everybody else. He can't fly the plane.
Yeah, doesn't know how to fly.
Nope. So they find this.
I would at least know how to like pull up. You would think like, okay, pull back on it, pull up a little.
Maybe.
Not hit this mountain, but I don't know. He's out of fuel, so.
Yeah, it wasn't going to go very far anyway.
Yeah.
So they pull out this inflatable boat and they jump out of the plane as the boat is inflating and they hit like the side of the mountain where there's all snow and everything. And they slide down the mountain.
Everybody's fine.
Yep, everybody's fine.
This would not work. No, do not do this.
No broken bones, nothing like that.
It's not like there's even padding at the bottom of those boats, really. Like, it's like outside.
Thin.
Yeah, you're just going to slam into the mountain like you would normally.
But the only thing that slams into the mountain is the plane. Because it blows up behind them. It hits the mountain. They slide down the mountain, slide over a cliff, and go into water, a river down below.
Yep.
River rapids.
Luckily, they're in a boat.
They survive it. They're fine. No broken bones or anything.
Yeah.
They float down the river in that, and they end up in India.
Yeah, and they end up at the end, and Willie's like, where are we?
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm guessing India. And they kind of look scared that, like, Short Round turns around and is like, ah. And Willie turns around and is like, ah. And it's just some dude
Yeah.
just standing there like...
Yeah, he's like a village shaman.
He feels a little
he's not even
guys.
doing anything. He's just standing there and staring at him like, how'd you guys get here? You know?
Like, just be cool. He's just a dude.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know if he's bad.
And he's not bad. He's a very nice guy.
He's a good dude.
So he takes them to their village, or to his village, and it's like there's smoke and everything. It just looks really bad.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of bad luck because someone came in and took a sacred stone from their village, and then all kinds of bad things happened. Their crops died.
Yeah, like no food.
Like fires. The children were taken also.
It's a bad situation. Just flies everywhere.
Yep. So they had this little talk with the village elders or whatever.
Yeah. And they're offering them food.
Yeah.
Like, it's not good food. Like, it's kind of scary. I would not want to eat it, but I would.
And there are, like, flies that are, like, landing on the food and everything.
Yeah.
And
Willie is the worst.
Well, first of all, she's going, I'm starving. I'm so hungry.
Uh-huh.
And then they bring food, and she's like, I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
I'm not going to eat this.
This is gross. I don't want to.
And Indy's like, you're going to eat that food because you're being very rude right now.
They're starving.
Yeah.
This is like more than they eat in a year.
Well, I think he said a week.
A week? Okay, sure.
But he's like, you're going to eat that food.
Yeah, you're embarrassing me.
Yeah, exactly. So she does eat it. She doesn't complain that it tastes bad or anything. But
right? It might be great.
It might be great. Who knows? But he tells them that they need to go to Delhi. And he's like, the main guy, no, you need to go to...
Well, he's like, sure, I'll take you to Delhi, but we're going to stop off.
at Pankot first.
He's like, that's nowhere near Delhi. On the way.
Yeah, because there's a new Maharaja that is living there in the palace. Mm-hmm. And that's where the people came from that took their stone.
Yeah. They have a dark god and it like casting darkness over the people and stuff. And
exactly.
Yeah, it's not good times.
But the sacred stone protects the village. They call it Sivalinga, I think was what it was. And he wants them to find the stone and bring it back.
Yeah. And Indy recognizes, he's like, is it this an ovally shaped stone with 3 lines on it?
Smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, with 3 lines. And they're like, yep, that's it.
So, I know what that is.
Okay. So then while they're still in the village, they're waiting to go. Mm-hmm. This one kid comes back. Mm-hmm. He's like emaciated and everything.
Yeah, he's in a bad way.
He's having trouble even walking to the village.
Yeah.
But he escaped from the evil palace. And he comes back and he has a clue, and it's just a piece of parchment or whatever. Mm-hmm. And the whatever parchment it came from, it's about the legend of Shankara. Yeah. And so Indy's like, okay, now I think I know what we're dealing with. Mm-hmm. It's the stones of Shankara. Yeah. So.
And the village people think that Shiva sent him down from the skies and stuff. So they were
to save them.
And he's like, no, we just crashed. He's like,
it's like,
did you know?
No, it was Shiva.
Right here? Come on. Yeah. Shiva did it, buddy.
So they have some elephants that they ride. They're riding to Pankot in elephants. In elephants.
Inside of elephants.
On elephants. By the way, you said the village people a minute ago.
The village people they co-starred. It was crazy. They get killed off immediately, though. It's weird.
It was funny. And then I was just like, don't laugh.
The cop is going down there. The construction worker builds their stuff.
Yep. They got a cowboy, an Indian.
I know they made a movie with the village people. They really should have made one where they each have superpowers based on their that job. Been fun. Oh, that would have been great.
Anyway, so they ride the elephants. They have to stop for the night to camp and everything at one point.
And every animal is there.
There's like a vampire bat. There's like some kind of lizard-looking thing. There's an owl, and of course Willie sees every single one of them and freaks out.
Just runs back and forth screaming. Yeah. This was a part where it showed how much she was ruining the movie, because him and Short Round were having like a really fun interaction and stuff, and then she's just screaming in the background and just running, and it's just like, oh my gosh, shut up, stop.
It's like, I would like to hear what they're saying, but I can't because you're just screaming.
Yeah, I get it. You're like, they're calm and everything while she's an outsider and she's not used to this stuff and getting used to the jungle, but it's terrible. Stop.
It's like, somebody knock her out so that she will shut up and just sleep.
Yes.
So that we can hear these other
elephant
people.
Just hit her on the head.
Yeah. But they're playing a card game. Short Round and Indy. Indy, and they're both cheating.
Yeah,
basically. But you find out a little bit about Short Round. Indy caught him trying to pick his pocket on the streets, and found out that he was orphaned. He was just living on the streets, and so
with his dad.
No, orphaned. Good God!
So they tracked down his dad.
No. I'm about to.
That was their first adventure together.
I'm gonna turn this podcast around. Stop it. But yeah, they have their little conversation and everything. They're playing cards. This was what he auditioned with, I think.
Oh,
this
really?
Scene. So they just put him with Harrison Ford and kind of let him
play cards,
play around and stuff. And that's kind of where that came from. It was so cute. It. Would have been so much better without Willie screaming.
Yep. God, I hated that.
But she does have like at one point a snake is like crawling on her, and she thinks it's the elephant trunk, and she just throws it, and Indy's just like, because he doesn't like snakes, so he's like kind of freaking out.
Yep.
But they finally manage to go to sleep or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, actually, she sees the piece of parchment. That's what it is, and he kind of tells her the legend of Shankara. So Shankara was like a shaman or something, or maybe I can't remember exactly, but he goes to Shiva. Shiva gives him 5 sacred stones with magical properties. And don't really know anything else about it after that.
Yeah, I don't remember anything, yeah.
But I guess those were supposed to like help
the
village or maybe just India as a whole.
Yeah, the country.
I don't really know.
Prosper.
Yeah, but then the stones were lost.
Yep.
So the next morning, they're walking through the jungle still, or they're on their elephants, but one of the guides won't go past a certain point. And so Indy goes to check it out. There are all these statues. One of the statues has like a necklace that's made of like fingers.
Yeah.
It's like, ew, gross.
It's a rough go.
Yep. But the guides are like, yeah, we're out of here. Bye.
We're taking our elephants with us.
Deuces. Yeah. Oh, it was so cute because Short Round was like on his little baby elephant, and he was like talking to it at one point. He's like, "You're my new best friend.
Yeah, you'd come to America with me.
We're gonna join the circus." So cute. But no, baby elephant's gone. No. Yeah. So the statues are like close to the palace, so they're already there. So it doesn't really matter. They don't need the guides anymore, technically, unless they're gonna need them to get to Delhi later. But they go on up to the palace. They meet the prime minister there, who works for the Maharaja.
Yeah.
His name is Chatar Lal or Shatar Lal. I can't remember exactly.
Lol.
Exactly. But he recognizes Indy because he's like, "Oh, Dr. Jones." Oh, and also Short Round does not like it when Willie calls Indiana Jones Indy.
Oh, really?
Or Indiana, because he's like, "It's Dr. Jones." You call him Dr. Jones. Yeah. Which is really cute.
And the prime minister's talking about the Maharaja, and Willie, of course, wants to marry him immediately because he's rich.
Yeah.
Great character.
Yeah, because she's like, "Oh, a Maharaja, you say? Is he single?" And it's like, "Yeah." And she's like,
he has not married yet.
She's like, "Yes, this is my chance." Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
There's also a Captain Blumbert there who is a British captain. He's there doing like an inspection or whatever. And the Prime Minister does not really want him to be there. We meet the Maharaja, of course, because there's a big meal planned. They're all sitting around the table. The Maharaja comes out. His name is Zalim Singh. He is a child.
A little boy.
And Short Round's like, "You still want to marry him?" And maybe he likes older women. And she's just like, "Gosh, are you serious?" So then we have the big dinner, and this is the dinner that made me not want to.
Scarred you for life.
That made me never want to try Indian food.
Which this is not reflective of.
No, it is not. It is nowhere.
Not that we know of, at least.
No, it's like, why did you do this, Steven Spielberg? Because you ruined Indian food for me for like 20 years.
For a lot of people.
Because I didn't want to try it, because I was like, what am I going to be eating? Yeah. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
And plus, I'm not very adventurous with food anyway, in the first place.
No.
I grew up in the middle of the woods, so it's not like there were Indian restaurants around.
It's true.
Where I lived.
You're having to catch rabbits.
It's like, literally, there was one Chinese restaurant in town.
Yeah.
Do you really think there was going to be Indian? It's like, Thai food? What is that? You know? Never even tried Korean, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. But yeah, this is definitely not indicative of Indian restaurants.
Yeah, most Indian food, yeah.
It's like, what the heck? You ruined it for me. Yeah, because the first thing they have is something called Snake Surprise.
Yeah.
And Lily's like, oh, what's the surprise? The surprise is baby snakes.
Yeah, they cut it open, baby snakes come out.
Yeah, because...
slither around everywhere.
Yep.
Good times.
Cool.
What part are you eating? Are you eating the snake or are you eating the babies?
Oh, if I had...
Not
are you asking me?
No.
Oh, okay.
What are they supposed to be eating?
I don't know, because
I don't imagine you would want to be jumping on any of that.
I would eat the snake.
Okay.
Because it's just a snake.
Yeah.
Those babies are alive. But yeah, there's this one guy, it just shows him he's just slurping slurping down a live baby snake.
Yep.
I would not be doing that. I mean, I would probably try the snake.
Yeah.
Because it
Have
was
I had
cooked.
snake before? I might have had snake before. I can't remember.
I mean, I've had alligator fritters.
I had cow before. Yeah, alligator's pretty good.
So, you know, it'd probably be fine.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's gross. But while Willie and Short Round are looking at all this nasty food,
yeah,
Indy is talking to, like, the Prime Minister and the Captain. And they're talking about some kind of rebellion or whatever that happened there that the English put down.
Mm-hmm.
Don't remember what year it was. It was like 100 years before or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's where we get our first mention of Kali.
Yes.
And the Thuggies. And the Thuggies...
Oh, yeah, the Thuggies.
Thuggies were actual... Yeah. It was an actual group of people.
Right.
But, yeah, it just sounds kind of weird.
It's just so weird.
But that's where thugs came from.
Oh.
Was from Thuggies.
Nice.
So, anyway, it was like these people who were worshipping Kali and doing crimes, basically. Kali worshippers doing crimes.
Yep.
That's who used to be at Pankot, was the Thuggies.
Okay.
And they talk about all of that stuff. The Maharaja says something at one point and it's like, oh, we don't have to worry about that anymore or whatever.
I need a nap. I'm sleepy.
Yeah. But then we also have more food to talk about.
Yep.
Because, of course, there are these beetles
that
they start just slurping the insides out of.
Not a big fan of that.
I'm like,
gross.
Is this the Lion King where they're just eating the bugs?
Yeah.
Hakuna Matata? No.
The only way I would eat bugs, I mean, if I was really hungry, fine. But you gotta, like, fry that stuff up, like, to where I can't tell. It's a big beetle.
Or, like, put it in something, like, crush it up.
Yeah.
Put it in with some flour, bake it into a cake or something. I'd be like, if I don't know what's there,
I'm fine with it.
As long as there's not, like, a little bug leg just hanging out of my cake.
Pull a leg out of my teeth.
Then, sure.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? But yeah, I do not want it like that. That was gross.
It's all about presentation, guys. Come on.
Exactly. So they're like, we don't... Do you have any, like, soup? Is there any soup that we
Good
have?
news.
We do have soup. They bring out the soup. She's like, oh my gosh, thank you. So she just stirs the soup. It's eyeballs.
Yeah, just eyeballs.
Just eyeballs floating in the soup. It doesn't say what kind of eyeballs they are. They look like human eyeballs.
Yeah, they do.
Why do they just have eyeball soup?
Probably best we don't know.
Yeah. Are you guys understanding now why I didn't want to eat Indian food?
This is what you thought it was.
Oh my gosh. So India...
If they had stopped with the bugs, how do you think you would have been all right?
Oh, I was out at the snakes.
You were out the snake? Well,
yeah,
that's
snakes.
true. The baby snakes are weird. Yeah, that's fair.
If it had just been the snake, and if it hadn't been Snake Surprise,
yeah,
then I'd have been like, okay, I can see that, you know?
Yeah.
And then I would have been out at the Beatles.
Yeah.
But then the eyeball soup, definitely, that just took it way too far. Indy apparently is known as a grave robber in Honduras, and he can't go back.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there was some other place like Madagascar or something where they don't want him back there too or something.
Sounds alright.
And then, of course, we get back to the food. It is time for dessert.
Yep.
What are we having? Chilled monkey brains.
Yum, yum.
Directly from the skull of a monkey.
Uh-huh. Yay.
I don't.
And I feel like this inspired, like, a lot of, like, kind of hateful stuff from people, like, that I've heard in my past. Like, oh, I wonder what they eat. Monkey brains over there? Yeah.
Exactly.
So, it's like, oh. Did a lot of damage, this movie.
It did. It did a lot of damage to me.
Not just to you, yeah.
But also to the world as a whole.
To everybody. Yeah.
Yep.
Not great.
So, yeah, she just kind of passes out, I think, when she sees the chilled monkey brains, which honestly...
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough. Exactly. It's like this is the one point of the movie where I'm like, okay, Willie, I see where you're coming from. Yeah. You would be me. I would be you in this situation, you know.
And you know what? If this is your cuisine and stuff, then maybe not human eyeballs. Let's not go with that one.
Oh, yeah.
But the other stuff, you know, as long, you know, live your life if you're not hurting anybody. And just work on that presentation, though. You know, make it a little more palatable to everybody. Yeah. Then maybe we'll jump on board.
Yeah. It's after the dinner.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for bed.
To their rooms. Yeah.
Indy and Short Round are sharing a room. Yeah. Across the hall is Willie. So Indy's like, I'm going to, you know, say goodnight to her or whatever. And he has brought her some fruit because she didn't get to eat anything.
Yeah.
And she's like very excited about the fruit.
She's all in on that fruit.
She's also all in on Indy.
Yeah.
And she invites him into the room and everything, and they're talking. And he's like, so you wear your jewels to bed? And she's like, and nothing else. And so they're like flirting and everything.
I hate it.
And then they kind of get into a little fight, and he leaves, and she's like, you'll be back over here in 5 minutes. And then they have this thing where they're both waiting 5 minutes.
Yeah, they think the other one's going to come.
Yeah, I think the other one is going to come to the door of the other.
Why would Indy want her to come to his room?
Short Round is in that room.
Like, come on, dude, that's creepy.
Sleeping on a sofa.
His dad just died. Don't make him look at that.
Stop it. Stop it. Anyway, so they're both like, oh, well, I guess they're not going to come. But Indy is attacked by somebody. Somebody is in the room just waiting, comes up, tries to choke him to death.
Yep.
Short Round wakes up at some point and is like, double take, basically, like, what? Who's this guy?
Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones. So he kind of tries to help him and everything. He gives him the whip.
Yep.
So he whips the guy. But then the
guy tries to run out the door. Yes. And he whips his neck to bring him back in.
Yes.
The guy pulls the whip. And
then he tries to fling the whip away, but it's still attached to his neck.
Yeah.
And so it gets caught in the fan. And
a very strong ceiling fan.
Yes. And it hangs him.
Yep. Rough go
so,
for that guy.
Yeah. But then Indy's like, I gotta go check on Willie, because what if somebody was in her room? So he goes in there and she's like, hello, I'm right here. And he's like, no, I'm not looking for you.
Yeah.
But while he's in there, he feels like a breeze.
Mm-hmm. On some flowers.
Mm-hmm. So he goes over to this statue and he puts his hand on the statue's boobs.
As you do.
Of course. And then when he pushes, it opens a secret passage.
Yep.
So he's like, all right.
That diagram that's similar to the thing he got from the kid.
Yeah. Yeah, the piece of parchment thing. It's the same thing as on the wall, painted on the wall there. So
I don't remember what it said.
I don't know. I don't know. Something about Shiva, something. I don't know. But he calls for Short Round. He's like, grab our stuff. We're going down. So they go down there. There's this... Oh, he tells Short Round, don't touch anything. Yep. Short Round immediately touches something.
Of course. And he's a child. That's what he does.
Exactly. And these dead bodies, like, pop out.
Yeah.
I freak him out. He's like, okay, I won't touch anything else.
I'll stay behind you. Won't touch anything.
He's like, I learned my lesson. They walk into this room that is full of bugs.
Yeah, they're just crunching things. Like, Short Round's like, I think we're walking on fortune cookies.
It's like, you're adorable. These are not cookies.
And it reminds me of a night when I was going home from, I was hanging out with some friends and I was going home. I had to stop in a small town in Texas and get some gas. And the bugs they were coating the ground.
No.
So I had to get out and just step on bugs to fill up with gas. They're just flying all around me and stuff. It was a nightmare. It was so horrible. I hated it so much, but it happened so much. I don't know why they were all collected right around there. Maybe because it was kind of dark around and there was light there.
Yeah.
So they were kind of congregating around the light.
Maybe.
But, oof, it was not my favorite gas filling experience there.
Yeah. So the food in the movie made me not want Indian food.
Yeah.
This part of the movie, I've had nightmares about these bugs.
Just bugs on you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I will just wake up flailing my arms because I'm having a dream that bugs are on me. And it's literally these bugs. These big bugs.
Yeah, I could see that.
And yeah, so this movie ruined my life.
Thank you, Indy.
Oh boy. Yeah.
I don't like bugs.
Okay, and it's not just these bugs either, because I have had a dream once that I was attacked by ladybugs.
Oh no! Ladybugs around here though are way more, like, there's so many of them.
I was bitten by a ladybug like a couple of weeks ago. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Because I was just like walking the dog, and I felt something bite my leg. I'm like, what the heck is happening? And there was a ladybug.
Back in Texas, they're like, you'll see one occasionally. Yeah. And it's adorable. And it's like, oh, look, a ladybug. How cool. This is a special moment in my life. And now it's like, oh, these freaking ladybugs are out of control.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes you'll go into a place and there'll just be like a bunch of them like in a corner.
Yeah, just chilling.
Yeah. It's like, why are you here?
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a dream once that I was on the front porch of like the place where I grew up. Mm-hmm. And there were these ladybugs. And one of them, like, landed on me. I was like, oh, cute, a ladybug. And then more started landing on me. And then I was covered in ladybugs and they were trying to get into my mouth. Ugh. And choke me. And I woke up choking. Ugh. And also slapping my ex-husband. And he was like, what is wrong with you? Are you okay? And I was like, I had a nightmare.
They were ladybugs.
He's like, what about? I was like, ladybugs. Ladybugs are
the movie with Rodney Dangerfield?
Yes. I was like, there were ladybugs choking me. And he's like, he laughed at me. And now we're divorced.
So guys, if your lady ever tells you they're attacked by ladybugs, take it seriously. Laugh later.
Oh man. So anyway, they go through the bug room and they find this other room they walk through. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, Short Round is not following directly in Indy's footsteps. And
that guy does not pay attention.
And he steps on something, and it's like, okay, well, he's a kid.
Yeah.
You can't be too mad about it.
He's cute.
He's adorable, so you can't be too mad.
Yeah.
That would be like if we went into a room and Wilson stepped on some kind of booby trap.
Okay.
And I'd be like, well, I mean, I guess we're going to die, but I can't be mad at him. Look at him. He's so cute.
What a little minx.
Oh, goodness. So, yeah, the room, they get trapped in the room, and then he's like, don't touch anything else. Just stand against the wall. And so he stands against the wall, and unfortunately, he stands right next to another button. And he pushes the button on accident. And the ceiling
coming down.
Starts dropping. There are spikes on the floor that come up.
Yep. And in the ceiling.
Yep. So they're going to be spiked and squished.
Yeah.
Willie, meanwhile, is just standing up at the top of the staircase, just being like, oh, I wonder if there's another passage somewhere. Yeah. It's like, what are you doing? But Indy starts screaming for her, hey, help us. We're about to die down here. Yep. So she finally goes down. She starts walking through the bugs, and she's like, oh, what's it? What's this? I'm like, don't light that lantern. Don't do it. You're not going to like it. She lights it, of course. Yeah. And she freaks out. Yeah. She screams some more, because that's what she does.
I would be too. I would too. Screaming.
Yeah, at this point, I would also be freaking out.
Yeah, but I would be trying to get through there to get to it since they're gonna die. Yeah,
and she has to put her hand through a hole and pull a lever, and she doesn't want to do it because there are bugs all in there. And I'm like, I mean, I wouldn't want to either.
And it's slimy. Yeah. What's in this hole?
Oh, but she does it.
Yep.
So good for her.
Good job. The only good thing she did.
The only redeeming factor. Yep. About her is she did that one thing.
Yeah. And then she screws it up.
Oh yeah, afterwards. Immediately. Yeah, because the room opens up. It's like, yay, we're saved. She runs in because she's covered in bugs and she's freaking out. She steps on the same stone that Short Round stepped on. The doors start closing again, but they make it out this time. They run through the other door.
Yep, and this is where we get the hat scene that we were waiting for in Raiders. That never happened.
Exactly. So he drops his hat right outside of the door.
Yep.
And he has to put his arm back and pull it through real quick before it closes.
Yep.
So, yeah, I was like, yay, the hat thing.
We did it.
So they find... Once they get through the door, they find this big open room area, and there are a bunch of people there worshiping Kali. Mm-hmm. It's like a big ceremony there.
Yeah.
Kali, if you didn't know, is the goddess of time, doomsday, and death.
Okay. There was also a wrestler named the Great Kali. He was terrible.
Okay. Anyway, they're doing some kind of ceremony. They have this guy who comes out, this big
guy,
shaman person, whatever. I wrote down his name. Mola Ram is his name.
Okay.
And he's the bad guy, of course.
Yeah.
So they have him. He's out there. He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
Doing his ritual.
Little Job magic action.
Okay, yeah.
He's just dancing.
Illusions. Illusions, Michael.
Come on.
Yeah. So they have this other guy. He's in like a cage kind of thing. And Molaram goes up to him and sticks his hand through the guy's chest.
Yep.
And pulls out his heart.
Takes that heart out.
And the guy is still alive. And his chest kind of like fills back up.
Yep.
And then they put him into this weird like lava pit thing. They just slowly drop him in there.
Yeah. Catches on fire.
He catches on fire. And when he catches on fire, his heart catches on fire too. And Molaram is still holding it.
Yeah.
And laughing.
Yeah.
Maniacally. As bad guys do.
Laugh.
Yep, and they have 3 stones. They start glowing. One of them, of course, is the stone from the village.
Yep.
These are the 3 of the Shankara stones.
And it's the diamonds inside of them glowing,
I guess so.
That's what he said?
Something like that because Willie's like, diamonds?
Yeah.
It's like, shut up.
She doesn't care
Get
until then. Yeah.
But they put them, like, there's this big skull thing, and they put them into the skull, and one in each eye and one in the nose. Mm-hmm. And they're glowing and everything. And then they leave.
Yep.
And so Indy's
ceremony's
like,
over.
Okay, well, while they're gone, I'm going to go grab those stones. So he goes out there.
Well, on his way out, he gives Willie a kiss. The worst kiss. The most unconvincing kiss I've ever seen in my life. Like, y'all, this is not you don't care at her. And to be fair, he shouldn't.
Yeah. Apparently it was so not there that I didn't make note of it because I didn't care.
Yeah, it was such a nothing kiss.
So anyway, he whips his way over.
Yeah, he whips his hair back and forth.
Yep. He gets over there, he grabs the stones, and while he's over there, he hears something in the distance. Yeah. Someone screaming in pain, and there's like
getting
a
whipped
sound. And so he's like, I gotta go figure out what this is. So he goes to walks over to see what it is, find where the screams are coming from. Meanwhile, Willie and Short Round are captured by some of the bad guys. And Indy finds that it's a bunch of children in the mines, all the children from like the village and probably other villages around, I would assume.
Yeah,
and
it's a lot of kids.
Yeah.
I don't know, though. They seem to all run into that village at the end. Spoilers.
But yeah, they're being whipped because they're trying to get them to mine more or whatever. And what are they mining? Oh, they're looking for the other stones.
Yeah,
Because there are 2 stones that are missing. Because there were supposed to be like 5.
Yeah, there's 5, yeah.
And there's 2 of them that are missing, so they're looking for those missing stones.
Yeah. And I think they'll take a gem or 2 if they get
they find some diamonds, that's fine too.
They're not against it.
Exactly. So he sees all these children and everything, but then he gets captured too.
Yep.
And so they're in this cage with some of the other children, and the kids are talking about if they make you drink the blood of Kali, then
darkness will go over you.
You will you'll
dream darkness.
It's like the black sleep of the Kali Ma. That's what it's called. Yeah. So they're like, just don't drink that.
Don't drink the blood.
So of course, immediately.
I mean, the general rule of mine is not to drink blood anyway. But
yeah, so immediately they take Indy and Short Round out, and they're trying to get Indy to drink the blood from a skull.
Yeah. Again, presentation's everything, guys. Like, get it in a nice bottle. Something will be presentable.
I think that's what they meant. I mean, they're the bad guys. It seems pretty accurate for them to be drinking blood from a skull, you know?
Yeah.
So.
I guess so.
But the Maharaja is there. He has like a voodoo doll of Indy, and he keeps like poking it and everything. Ugh. Very annoying.
But him poking it makes him open up his mouth, basically.
So that they can pour the blood in. Yeah. They both, Indy and Short Round both end up getting whipped. Mm-hmm. And he's like, don't do that to him. Leave him alone, you know?
Yeah. Not my son.
Yeah, so he does drink the blood. And then he's kind of left alone. He's stuck in the nightmares, pretty much.
Yep.
He goes into a trance. They put Short Round in the mines with the other kids. Yeah. And as soon as the overseer walks away, he just starts he's like, I'm using this pickaxe. I'm getting out of these chains. And I'm like, you're so smart. I just love you. Kid. You're so cute.
I'm surprised none of the other kids were doing that.
Right. But I mean, maybe they just didn't think they had anywhere to go.
Yeah, it's true. How are they going to get out?
Yeah, Short Round's not like that.
He's not. He knows Indy's over there.
Exactly. So they're going to have another ceremony, another sacrifice. The sacrifice this time is Willie.
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah.
Okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it, guys. Let it happen.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Indy is in a trance, so he's not very helpful for her.
Yeah. She tries to have him do the ceremony.
Yeah. She tries to snap him out of it, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
He just puts her other hand in the clamp or whatever and closes her up in the cage. She starts going into the pit.
Yeah.
But then Short Round escapes.
Yeah.
He shows up. He's like, I'm going to save Indy. So he goes over there and he's like talking to talking to him, trying to get him to snap out of it.
Uh-huh.
Indiana Jones slaps him.
He does. He backhands him so hard.
Backhands his child.
No.
I'm like, no. Why? Oh my gosh. He's in a trance. I
don't know. That should have helped him overcome. He should have done it and been like, what have I done?
What have I done? My son.
I just backhanded the cutest child in the world.
I slapped my son.
I slapped my son.
But
I go crazy.
Yeah. And a Short Round comes back up to him, and he's just like, Dr. Jones, I love you. You're my best friend.
So sweet.
I'm like, how can you do this to this poor kid? But
onto your potato.
He ends up onto your potatoes. I forgot he said that. So he goes over, he finds a torch or whatever, and he burns Indy with it, and that gets him out of the trance. It wakes him up, and so he's like, "We're gonna fight together," because he kind of holds him over the and he like winks at him.
I'm good.
He's like, "I'm back." And winks.
Back, baby.
Wink. And then he's like, "All right." So they both start fighting.
Yep.
And watching Short Round with his cute little kick. Oh my gosh. So funny. So adorable. Have I mentioned that I just love Short Round?
He's great.
I wish that he was in more of the indie movies.
Yeah.
Which I know that, considering the timeline, it probably wouldn't have worked with, how old he was and everything.
Yeah.
But they can bring him back. Come on. Just bring him into the new one.
Come on. Let's do it.
Even if it's just like a little post-credits Easter egg thing where they meet up again.
Uh-huh. Oh, what if he takes on the mantle of Indiana Jones? Comes the new Indiana Jones.
I would watch the hell out of that.
It's like, you can have my fedora.
Oh my gosh.
Gives him the whip.
Yes.
You are the new Indiana.
Yes.
I'd be all for it.
Okay. Short Round Jones.
This movie has a lot to live up to now. We built it up too much.
I know it's not going to happen, but I really just I just want like a little Easter egg with him in there. Or even just a mention of him, Like, what's he been up to? What's Short Round doing?
A picture of him on the wall.
Yeah. on like Indy's mantle or something.
Yeah. It's him and his family.
Right.
Says in memory of my dead dad.
Oh, man. Anyway, so they fight the bad guys together.
Yeah.
They end up saving Willie, and then they grab...
They accidentally save Willie.
And we're like, fine, whatever. And then they grab Indiana grabs the stones again.
Yeah.
Puts them into his bag. They head out. They go into the mines where the children are, of course, and they fight the guards there, and they free the kids.
Is it Short Round or Indy that fights like 5 guards, and they are the worst guards?
Oh, it's Short Round.
Is it Short Round? Yeah, because he takes out like 2 of them. There's 3 more. He like pushes one into the other ones. They just fall down like idiots.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's
great. Bad.
But they free the children, and the children run out.
Yeah.
But then there's the Overseer. He attacks.
Yeah.
And fun fact, the Overseer was played by the same guy who was in Raiders, who he fought at the plane.
Yeah.
That ends up getting everything
propellered.
He gets propellered.
Yeah.
That's the same guy.
That's cool. Never knew that.
So he got to be the big baddie that fights Indy in both movies. That's fun.
Yeah.
I call him the big baddie, but he's not like...
He's just a big guy and he's bad.
Exactly. So, he attacks
They're
Indy.
on a conveyor belt going toward a rock crusher.
Yes. And they're fighting all along that conveyor belt. Meanwhile, the Maharaja is there. He's got his little voodoo doll again. And he's poking it in the back.
So annoying, yeah.
And every time Indy's like, I'm back. And Short Round notices this. So he goes up there to stop the Maharaja.
Yeah.
And basically throws the doll on the ground. But it's still got that... It's still got the little thing in its back.
It's just dying.
So, but he does manage to get it out.
Yeah.
And he burns the Maharaja.
Yep.
Because he was under a trance too the whole time. He's actually not a bad guy.
He is not.
So.
Or he's lying.
But the Overseer is still there, of course. But he's wearing like this really long scarf thing. Yeah. And it gets caught in the rock crusher and it pulls him through and it pulls him down and he gets crushed.
Rough go.
Yep. And so I guess that guy just likes getting propeller didn't crash
Yeah.
and stuff. So.
It's like, I don't want my body to remain after this.
Yeah, I just want a streak of blood. That's all. To let them know. But then the Maharaja tells Short Round that they need to take the tunnel on the left to get out.
Yep.
So they jump in this like mine cart. And they head out. They're all three in there. There are people chasing them. They take the wrong tunnel.
Yes, of course.
And then it's like this big roller coaster ride kind of thing.
Yeah. Minecart always looks fun. Like, it's always like, oh, that would be so fun to just ride in a minecart.
Yeah.
Through these tunnels. But it really wouldn't. It'd be so rough.
Not.
What we really want is to just be on a roller coaster.
We just want a roller coaster.
But, yeah.
Yeah. So, they go through the mines. There's a bunch of people following them.
How do they keep catching up to them is my question.
I don't know. They're not using the brake, I guess.
I guess, but they're not either, really.
Well, they are at first, and then the brake breaks.
Yeah.
Breaks off, and it's like, uh-oh. But they finally get to the end of the tunnel. Unfortunately, Molaram has decided to push over like this big water tower kind of thing that's in the mines. And he goes through the mines and floods it. And they do manage to get out.
Yeah, they get to the end of the track, and he stops it with his feet.
Yeah.
And his foot's on fire.
So he's like, water. And then there's too much water. And he's like, water! Let's get away from the water.
And they go to they could have gone down the shaft still, but they go to the right, down a little hole. And the water goes down the big hole, which it would have gone through both of them.
Yeah, it would have.
I don't know why water didn't come through there.
We don't talk about
water.
Yeah, we don't talk about water physics in this. But they manage to get to the end, the actual end of the tunnel.
Yep, the exit there.
There's just a cliff and river below, and so they kind of have to separate off onto each side. And the water comes out and it sprays out and it goes like a big waterfall.
Why was it set up like this? Why did the exit go to nowhere?
Why was that exit there?
Cart? No, I guess the cart wasn't. No, but it was.
Because if
it would have been a separate cart.
Yeah, so if a cart goes through there and it's just going to fly off the cliff.
Yeah.
Into the crocodile-infested waters below.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
don't know about this. Maybe it was an old shaft they don't use anymore.
Maybe.
Because the one they were in stopped beforehand, so maybe. I don't know.
Bad construction all around, you know?
Yeah. But they have amazing balance to stay on this small little ledge while water's flowing out, the rocks are falling down, logs are shooting through the walls.
Yeah, they do have to move further away, though.
Yeah, but it's like crumbling underneath them and they're still able to stay. Like, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Because I would have fallen off immediately.
Oh, yeah. And this is Willie we're talking about. She would have fallen off.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how she survived.
No, I don't know. Anyway, so they get away. They're going to meet up at the bridge.
Yeah.
Short Round and Willie get there first, so they start going across. Short Round's like, oh, it's a very sturdy bridge. Almost falls directly through it, of course.
Yeah. Immediately breaks.
But he gets up. They get over to the other side. Molaram is there. Darn it. They've been caught.
Indy's in the middle.
Yeah, Indy's on. He gets to the others. He's being chased to the other, to the side, to the bridge. He gets there, starts going across. Of course, there are bad guys on both sides now.
Yep.
They start coming in to stop him.
He's got a sword that he took from a soldier.
They make Willie and Short Round go onto the bridge also.
Yeah.
And then he cuts one of the sides of the bridge.
Yeah.
Because it's like a swinging rope bridge kind of thing.
Yeah. He had threatened to throw off the rocks. And they were like, we don't care, we'll find them.
Yeah.
Which, that's legit. That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crocodile waters, but
don't know if guys in there.
Yeah. You'll eventually get to him.
Yeah. So he cuts the rope so that the bridge basically falls apart.
Yeah. And he had warned them, so they had wrapped their arms and legs in the bridge. So they wouldn't fall.
Exactly. So most of the guys fall into the water.
Yeah. Those crocs are feasting.
Oh, yeah. And luckily they end up on the other side.
Yeah. They all end up on the same side of the bridge. Yeah.
And they have to climb up. And, of course, Molaram is there, and he's trying to
Short Round and Willie never climb up. They just wait forever.
They take their time. They're like, so we're just going to wait until Indy catches up with us before we start climbing. It's like, just climb. Get up there.
Yeah.
They're trying to climb. He and Molaram are just fighting on the bridge that has fallen.
Yeah.
And Short Round yells down at him, "Cover your heart."
Yeah. And of course that signals him.
And so Molaram's like, "Oh yeah, I can just pull his heart out."
Rip his heart out. That's something I do.
It's like, why did you even give him the suggestion?
Come on, Short Round. Come on. That's something Willie would have done, not you.
Exactly. But anyway, so Indy has the bag of stones, and he has one side of it. Molaram has the other, and he starts saying, "You betrayed Shiva. You betrayed Shiva," and it starts burning. They start burning through.
Starts chanting some words. I don't know what he was saying, but
and so the two of the rocks fall into the water.
Yeah.
One of them is about to fall, but Molaram grabs it, but it's like on fire.
Why did he grab it? Because they would have found it eventually.
Yeah. Well, maybe so they didn't have to find all three that already still have one. But he tries to grab it, but it's like on fire basically. Yeah. So he lets it go, but Indy grabs it instead. And when he grabs it, it's not on fire. Nice and cool. But Molaram falls off.
Yep. Hits his head about 4 times on the way down.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It is brutal. So Short Round and Willie get up to the top of the bridge. Mm-hmm. And the Brits are there to save the day.
Oh, good. The British, the good guys of the India thing, which we have just seen 2 things recently that show British weren't so great.
What was the other thing?
Like Miss Marvel. Oh. Because it was all about Pakistan and India and the British and being divided up and all that. Yeah.
I guess I wasn't thinking of that being that recent.
I mean...
It was like over the summer or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then RRR.
Oh, definitely RRR.
British not number 1 on our list. But they're the big heroes.
Yeah.
It's the big white savior movie, you know. But it is what it is.
Oh, it's definitely a big white savior movie because as they were like entering the village the first time, I was like, oh no, I don't like this. Because it's like they're just like fawning over Indy and Willie, and I'm just like,
people, yay.
Oh gosh. It's like, you're here to save us. And I'm like, oh no. Boy. Oh,
oopsie.
Woo, not good. Yeah, so the Brits are there to save the day.
Yay.
Yeah, and the bad guys run away.
Yeah.
So Indy survived, of course. He has the stone.
Not thanks to anyone else. Because
no.
he has to crawl up. Everybody just looking at him when he's holding the stone.
Yeah, and they're just looking
just let him in there.
Did he make it?
Yeah.
Don't know. Look over the
Pull
side.
Him up.
Help him up.
Throw a hand down, bro. Come on. Jeez.
But they don't do anything.
And they just started laughing, and I'm like, okay, why are y'all... Stop.
Stop with the laughter.
Can you believe what we've been through?
So yeah, he does survive though. He has the one stone left, the one that came from the village, or we assume it's the one that came from the village.
Theoretically, I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter.
They're all the same. It doesn't really matter. They all have the 3 lines and everything. But they bring it back to the village, and also the children show up too. So they're all happy, and the main guy at the village was like, yeah, we knew that you must have gotten it back because
life started coming back to the village.
Yeah.
They actually have crops again.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff, Nothing's on fire anymore.
Yeah.
Everything looks good. So yeah, all the children are back. They've got the stone. Everything's good. And then at the end, Willie and Indiana kiss, and that's pretty much it.
Hated it. Why would I hate it?
Because she's talking about like, oh, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna whatever, and he like whips her around the waist and pulls her back and kisses her, and I'm like, I'm not feeling it.
Just let her leave, bro.
Exactly. We don't need her. We have Short Round.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Really, Willie ruined this movie for me.
She's the worst. But she's not fun.
It would have been a lot more fun without her. Mm-hmm. Especially Short Round. Short Round deserves so much better. But yeah, I really didn't like this movie as much as I thought I would, because I saw it not too long ago, and yeah, maybe I wasn't watching very closely or something, but yeah, a little disappointing, especially coming right off Raiders, which was a lot better.
Yeah, although this one, if Indiana hadn't gone after the stone,
he actually made an impact.
He actually did make an impact in this one.
Actually, things wouldn't have just been the same. Yeah,
exactly.
That's fair.
It would not have just had the same outcome.
He actually participated in everything. And he pretty much does the rest of the way, I guess. Really just Raiders, where he has no real impact.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but that's true.
Oh boy, anyway.
Yeah. So we'll see how Last Crusade goes. He'll be back to fighting Nazis.
Yep.
Indy's bread and butter. So
Yeah, it'll be back to fight Nazis, and we're going to have like a whole Dan Brown Da Vinci Code situation going on.
Yeah.
The Last Grail. Or the Holy Grail.
Solving riddles. Which I like that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like I said, I haven't seen that one as much, but I do remember bits and pieces of it, and I do remember liking it. So, plus, of course, I was, like I said in, I think the last episode, we talked about Indiana Jones. It also has the one line from Indiana Jones that I probably say more than all the others, which was about he chose poorly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll get to see that.
Oh,
Wilson's sleeping. He's making dream noises.
Oh, he's dream noising. So if you hear little yelps, he's dreaming. I'm not gonna wake him up for the sake of the podcast. Sorry, listeners.
You'll get over it.
You'll get over it. He's a sweet boy.
He deserves to have his dreaming time.
That's right. All right. Well, I guess we can finish up here with our snack for this week.
Sure.
Which is what? What are we doing?
It is Coca-Cola Move.
Yes. In conjunction with Rosalia, who's apparently a musician that we don't know.
We don't know, so...
Yeah, so good for her. I didn't even know this was happening, and then I saw it in the stores, like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Then we bought one the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't know what
it tastes like.
Flavor is. It's just Move flavored, apparently.
Yeah. This ASMR. So last one we had was Dream World. Is that right? Oh, that smells very vanilla-y.
I think it was the last one because we had Starlight first and then Dream World.
Yeah, and Dream World wasn't great. That's a lot of vanilla to me.
It smells like medicine, kind of. Something about it. Okay, I'm going to tell you what it tastes like to me. It tastes like it's got some coconut in it because I'm getting hints of suntan, or not of sunblock.
Yeah.
I was going to say suntan lotion, but it's kind of both the same.
I think I'm tasting that as vanilla. I don't know.
It tastes more coconutty to me.
I'm not a big fan of the vanilla Cokes and stuff anyway.
My mom likes vanilla Coke, but I've never really liked it.
Yeah, it's just not my style.
It's different if it's like a Coke float.
Yeah.
Where you put actual vanilla ice cream in there, but the fake vanilla flavor just doesn't.
Just doesn't do it.
It's just not the same.
Much. This isn't bad. It's not like where I really didn't like Dream World. But it doesn't feel like it has really anything else besides either vanilla or coconut, whatever we're tasting.
Someone online says that it tastes like coconut and pineapple.
Okay.
It's like a pina colada Coke.
I guess.
With some spice.
Dang, it has 65 grams of sugar. Jeez.
But then, of course, someone else says that it tastes like vanilla and strawberry. But
I'm not getting any strawberry.
Not getting strawberry.
I don't know.
I don't really like it.
It's not the best drink we've had. That's for sure. I don't remember what that would be, but yeah. Well, what are you going to rate it then?
I think I'm going to give it like a 4.
I'm going to give it like a 5. Because it's really not offensive to me, but it's not good. Yeah. To where it's just kind of middle of the road. Like, if you gave me one, I'd be like, all right, whatever. It's
less than middle of the road to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know if I'm going to drink any more of it. I think 2 sips of it was enough for me.
You're out.
I'm out. I don't want it.
Oh, that's fair.
Not for me.
So there you go, Coke. If you want to use any of those quotes for your ads or anything.
Coca-Cola Move. It's not for me. Krista from the We're Having Fun podcast.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh, man.
One of these things that's reportedly tastes like rosé. No. I don't know what they're drinking, but it
does not taste like rosé. Sorry. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of see what Coke is doing with just the flavors and their kind of mystery flavors.
Yeah.
To kind of get people to... I think eventually, though, you got to reveal what they were, you know?
Definitely.
And so, yeah. I know they're real private with their whole recipe and everything.
Well, they don't have to give the whole recipe for Coke.
But I mean, if it takes off, they may not
is.
want to give that away, but that's dumb. I think
that's dumb.
I think that would gain a lot more stuff whenever you release it. That way you get the best of both worlds. You get the people that like the mystery, and you like the people that like to see what the flavors are and like, oh, that sounds like an interesting flavor. I'd like to try that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Make money, Coke. Come on. Come on.
Come on, Coke. Do what we say.
Yes. We know what we're talking about. Yeah. Anyway, what do you think this Coke tastes like? Coca-Cola Move.
If you've tried it.
If you've had it. Well, yeah, I guess. If you haven't tried it, what do you think it tastes like anyway?
Just give us your best guess.
Whose side are you on? Vanilla Coconut. Let us know on Twitter at Having Funcast or on Facebook at Having Fun Pod.
Or you can send us an email at havingfunpod@gmail.com.
Yep. All right.
Yeah. All right.
You.
Let's just end this.
Gotta hit the old dusty trail. All right. Go have your Coke Move, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.